why does HR analytics need to get into this area of workforce planning? And let's just see what kind of impact you can create here and what are some of the areas that you can really bring into your scope of analysis. So one of the, I would say the main foundation of the analysis here is that how can you create economic value for the business from my human capital data? This may sound like a very complex idea, but let's try and understand what each of these words mean. So, human capital data, essentially data of people that are either working for you within your organization or people that you want to hire. This is your human capital data. And the kind of work that these employees are doing for you will create some value. It could be in terms of a product in a manufacturing company, or it could be services that they're creating in a service company. This is the economic value of their work. So some of the areas that you might want to get into is, for example, acquisition anticipation. So when an organization is expanding its work, it can grow in multiple ways. You have organic growth or inorganic growth. There are, what this means is that I can, let's say I'm increasing my work by, let's say 20%. Now in an organization of 1,000 people, it means that now I need 200, which is 20% of 1,000, 200 more people in my organization in order to service these future needs. How can I get these 200 more people? Now, one way is that I can hire these people from the market. And this is typically known as organic growth, where an organization will grow slowly and steadily. Or what I could do is I could look around in the market and see if there's another smaller company, perhaps which already has a workforce of maybe 150, 200 or 250 people, so somewhere in the same range, and I might want to make an offer to that company and acquire that. These kind of cost-benefit analysis of whether it would be more cost-efficient to buy a company or hire these people from the market are the kind of decisions that the HR analytics team can support. Similarly, you might be faced with issues where a high percentage of your employees are leaving you regularly. So you have high attrition, and now you are trying to reduce this attrition by maybe offering them higher salaries or trying to create a rewards or benefit structure in order to make your workplace more attractive. So HR analytics can look at this data of the, for example, compensation of the people who are leaving us. And let's say we compare them with the compensation of people that we are hiring. And is it cheaper to retain my employee, or is it cheaper for me to hire somebody from the market? These are again the kind of discussions that you can add value to, because these are all based on data and are simple calculations that you can do just using even Excel. Similarly, using these analyses, you can look at what will your hiring requirements need to be in order to fulfill your current talent needs. So if you have attrition, which is fairly regular and predictable, then you know, let's say that every month 10 people are going to leave me. And therefore, you know that every month you need to hire 10 people just to maintain your current talent needs. Now, using the same logic, if you knew what your future needs are, so if you know that your company is expanding and will be requiring maybe a few extra people after 6 months, you can work towards that forecast and start looking at hiring those people even today. So these are the kind of inputs that you can give either to your HR team in order to set up better retention programs, or inputs to your hiring team in order to give them some kind of a head, a kind of leeway in order to prepare for these future hiring needs. What you can also do is you can do some comparisons and some internal analysis of what kind of people are performing at what levels. So something which is very simple to understand could be a sales organization or perhaps a manufacturing organization where productivity is easily measurable. What sort of people are producing more than the average? Or are there people that you're hiring from a certain work experience, or people from a certain college, maybe a certain type of education, who are able to perform better than other employees within your organization. These are really valuable inputs that you can give to your hiring team in order to make sure that they are focusing in the best possible areas and trying to find you the best talent which will be able to be most productive for your organization.